Welcome back to the vlog. I know there has been a little bit of an interval since the last vlog, but we are back. There are 3 side videos that have been released on the Adventure Archives channel over the last week. The 3rd and final one just went up. We have been very hard at work on the next episode, and actually the episode after that has already been filmed as well. In the meantime, we have a package from Irma. Irma, sorry for not unboxing this sooner. This came in while we were actually filming a trip. Sour cream and onion chips, banana chips, barbecue chippies, instant noodles, Nova. Oh, and there's a note here. Maybe we should read the note. Snacks from Taiwan. My son brought these from his Taiwan vacation. Enjoy, guys. Oh, come on. If you grew up with Taiwanese parents, then you have definitely had these little pineapple cakes. One of my all-time favorites, taro brittle biscuits. You know you're in for a good time when the snacks you have, you don't recognize a single brand. Oh baby. Robbie, Andrew, Brian, and Thomas, shirts for you 4. Enjoy the Filipino snacks and Taiwanese snacks, as well as take care, Jim and Irma. Oh, this is Jim and Irma. Oh, they have sent snacks before. All sorts of goodies, and they were great. Dude, these are nice shirts. I get first pick, don't I? Oh, yeah. A Pepsi shirt? Come on, man. Give that to Thomas. Bold move saying Pepsi's better than Coke. Oh, that is nice. Oh, man. Thank you very much, Jim and Irma, for sending us that stuff. If you would also like to send us stuff, and I want to make this very clear, this is not a request. This is just if you want to. People ask us all the time, how can we send you stuff? Go to our Patreon page. I will make a pinned post with the address. I should have done that years ago. Once again, that is not a request. It is just we pay for that mailbox. And I feel bad having the mailbox just sitting there. And I feel like I should cancel the mailbox anyway. It's just we don't use it enough. But yes, Jim and Irma, thank you. We will enjoy these. Okay. I also picked up something. Metaphor ReFantazio. Just as a bit of backstory, this is from the studio that makes the Persona games. I think the Persona games are fantastic. I just do not love that they're 100 hours long. As soon as they showed the first visuals from this game, I was like, wow, that looks incredible. That is right up my alley. I cannot wait to play that. But then they released a demo and I was like, you know what? Am I really ready to start a 100-hour game and devote all of my life to that? And will I actually finish this game? And I said, no, probably not. Let me just hold off. But then the release date rolled around and people were just talking about it. I was getting YouTube video recommendations and I was like, you know what? Let me just try the demo because I was so excited about this game. The battle music was just so insanely good. And I'm here to tell you that this game is absolutely incredible. I can't believe that in the year that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth came out, that there's actually another game that's a contender for Game of the Year. The visual style, incredible. The music, oh, just perfect. In the imaginative fantasy world, I love it. I love it so much. Give me weird fantasy that you've never really seen before. It's an amalgamation of a lot of different things. You get some Attack on Titan in there, you get some Game of Thrones in there, combines into just something just so original and fresh and incredible. I love it. Now, who knows if I'm actually going to finish this game or if it's going to be another situation like with the Persona games where I get 40 hours in and I'm like, that was a great 40 hours, but I don't want to play this anymore. Either way, if I only get 40 hours in, I'm sure it will be an incredible 40 hours. I'm almost done with the demo section and your save data transfers to the full game. So I picked up the full game. Oh, pre-order DLC pack. Archetype EXP chest and Adventurer's Journey pack. Well, I need to use that. Okay, no time for that. The computer is starting. We need to get back to work. This episode's probably gonna be 2.5 hours long. We could potentially split it up into 2 parts, but I don't think it really helps to split it up because I don't think it really cleanly breaks into 2. And it's just as much work to finish 1 episode as it is to finish a mammoth episode. So, okay, well, I'm gonna get to work. I'll see you in a bit. You know, I've discovered something about myself recently. You know how there's been those times where I've been sitting at the kitchen counter talking with my mom about how there's something I've been thinking about getting, but I've just been like agonizing over it over and over and over and over again. I realized that that is just part of my decision-making process. Do you see this shirt right here? This is from a website called fangamer.com. I thought about getting this shirt for like 2 years. I was just like, oh man, I should get that shirt. Man, that shirt looks so good. And then every time I was like, $39 plus shipping, nah, it's okay. I finally bought it, and now it is one of my favorite shirts. I bought this one in that green Metal Gear one you might have seen me wear. If all of my clothes are clean, these are the first 2 shirts that I go for. And on the one hand, I think, why didn't you just buy the shirts earlier? But on the other hand, it's clear to me now that my decision-making process just takes time. I have to think about something for a long time to find out if it's a passing fancy or something I really want. I do kind of have the feeling about myself that I'm the type of person who will buy things and then just regret it and have it sitting around. But I don't think I do that at all anymore. Every year when Apple announces a new iPhone, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. I just talked about it the other day, but this is a 13 from 2021. This 16, I thought I'd be able to pass over pretty easily, but it has weighed in the back of my mind more than I thought it would. The reason why I've hesitated at all is because this current phone works so well. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't have the new features that I actually would use. The 48 megapixel RAW photos look fantastic. The log video would be great for Adventure Archives. The 4K 120 slow motion would also be great for Adventure Archives. And the satellite messaging would be fantastic anytime I'm camping. Not only can we send our GPS with just a signal, but I can also send actual messages. And then just nice to haves, I would like to get a 1 terabyte option so that I could store a ton of video, always have my entire music library and my entire photo library on the phone. And it would have USB-C. And since the other Adventure Archives guys all have USB-C, I don't have to always have a separate cable when we're in the car. It would just make life a little bit easier. So all of those things, they combine into this calculus in my head. And when you get the 1 terabyte option for a new phone, that is incredibly expensive. Like, that's laptop computer range of price. Now, when it comes to things that are for Adventure Archives and videos, if it makes the quality of the videos better, I don't feel bad about spending a lot of money because that affects a lot of people. Everybody who watches the video, they benefit from me upgrading some piece of equipment. Yes, I can live without it, but why would I not do everything I can to make the experience for the person watching better? Gear acquisition syndrome. It's something that I can suffer from and many of you on the internet also suffer from. If it's just something that's going to benefit yourself, maybe that's something you should really look at and try to control. But if you have a desire to constantly improve your gear and refine it and make it better and better and better, and you have an audience who is watching your videos, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. The more I think about it, every time I get a new piece of gear that makes the videos demonstrably better, it's not just like splitting hairs, or it can make our life easier when filming, I think that is a worthwhile thing to do. And it is a good use of your money and resources. And I don't think I'm rationalizing here. Because it would be very easy to rationalize something like this, like, oh, I need it for my job. The problem is I like phones, I like cameras, and even if I didn't make videos for a living, I would still be excited about new cameras. I'm like, oh, let me check out this new camera and this new lens. Let me check out this new phone, blah, blah, blah. So it's not a bad thing that I have some hesitancy to get the new piece of gear because I am the type of person who always wants the latest and greatest. I'm like, oh yeah, let's upgrade, blah, blah, blah. But I do think it is worthwhile to put your resources into something that makes the audience's experience better. I mean, even if it's just helping you make the video more easily and it's not like a quality improvement, I think that is worthwhile too, because then you can make more without burning out and the process is easier so you can get more good videos to people. Anyway, TBD if I get a new phone or not. I got a new case for my old phone to try and stave off some of that new phone hunger. We'll see if it sticks. Okay, that'll do it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I love this time of year when fall is just starting and it's starting to get cold. My favorite time of year. I also really love it because it reminds me of when I started the vlog in October of 2015, which is 9 years ago now. And it was just such a time of possibility and freedom and excitement, and I just loved it. I was discovering new things all the time about video and making videos. Like, I look back on those old videos and I thought they were really good at the time. And now I look at them like, man, these were so bad. Just like even being comfortable in front of the camera, like back then, I thought I was comfortable in front of the camera at the time. But like compared to now, it's a whole gulf. It is a valley. But I've talked about this many times. If you want to get good at something, just keep doing it over and over and over again. That might have been one of the first vlogs, actually. I was talking about how much I love practice and how practice is the one thing you can really believe in. I mean, there's many things you can believe in, but you can definitely believe in practice. But on a related note, I was talking with one of our viewers during an episode premiere, and I can't remember who, so I apologize for that. But we were talking about how I really miss being able to do these vlogs daily. It's just so much fun to have a new thing that you make and put out every single day. And I just wish there was some way I could get back to that. I still have this weird optimism that someday I'll be able to get back to that. I don't think I ever will. But this week, I'm going to do that. So I will see you tomorrow, the day after, and the day after that. So thank you for watching. Hope you have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, Robbie once again. One of the other reasons why I want to do these vlogs daily is because I don't forget what I've talked about as easily when I do them every single day. And I'm just so tired of worrying about repeating myself over and over. I've talked about buying new gear probably within the last 2 months. And yet today I went on like a 3-minute rant talking about the same things I always talk about. So, yeah. Actually, Robbie here one more time. The one good thing about that is that if there's new viewers and they haven't heard that before, or if you haven't seen the video where I talked about that before, you know, that's good. But yeah, I would like to repeat myself less often. Is an officially licensed shirt for the video game Okami, which stars a white wolf who is also a god. That part is not relevant. However,